Hi, Koen.
Hi, Nick.
So the intent of this video is to make a short intro of Teal Partners for the event that we're organizing, co-hosting together on the 30th of June for the companies in our Unbossers Network. I can already say that they're super enthusiastic to come and to learn and to be inspired. And the reason we want to record this intro session, about 10 minutes, is so that we can skip it on the day itself and we can dive right into the nitty-gritty of how transparency can be a lever for employee and customer success, full transparency. So as we agreed, what we would like to do is just in about 10 minutes, give us a short intro of Teal Partners. What are the key projects, challenges you're working on, so that the participants already get a little bit of a picture and are even more enthusiastic to come on the 30th of June. Okay?
Okay, something that we can
Okay.
do.
So ready
shall
if you are.
Shall I start sharing my screen and then just share the presentation that we prepared?
Yeah, we immediately start with a disclaimer.
Yeah, this is quite important because we can just tell our story and how it works within Teal Partners, what we do and what we believe in, but we have not even the slightest intention of telling other people how they should do it or how they should do it within their organization. I think that everybody needs to think about it. Maybe there is some inspiration in it, but definitely not something like an advice. So yeah, starting with a disclaimer, and then we can talk about how we do it.
Yeah. So you don't hold the universal truth.
No.
You hold many things, but not the universal truth.
No, and if it's about HR and collaboration between people, we are a technology firm, so HR is just something that is part of having an organization or collaborating with people. It's not that we are the biggest experts in how you should do it. So no, only our story. Before we dive into the details of the transparency during the session at the end of June, I think it's a good idea to know what we are doing and what kind of population we have within Teal Partners, because this also the specific population that we have allows us to organize in a very specific way. I think both things combined, the end result is what we are going to tell. So if you talk about Teal Partners, I already mentioned that we are a technology firm, so we try to support leading organizations, so corporate clients, larger clients, with their digital transformation. And then it's a buzzword or a lot of buzzwords. What we actually try to do is help them with realizing efficiency gains by focusing on the operating model and the existing processes, looking for optimizations, and on the other hand, trying to help them move or shift towards a more digital business model, where they can adapt their business and pricing model together with how they run their operations. So that's basically what we are trying to do. We started with the company in 2016 with the four of us, or four people, Jelle and me. So Jelle is my co-founder, my partner, my friend, and two consultants. And today, I think the slide is already a bit dated. I think that we have 55 people within Teal at this moment. So we had quite a growth past couple of years. Wasn't easy to get here. And what is very specific is that the population that we have within Teal, that they have an average seniority of about more than 10 years. So they are very mature. They know what they're doing. They have a lot of experience in software development and software projects, which allows us to focus on a collaboration based on just a mature way in collaborating.
Yeah, common sense.
Common sense, exactly. At the bottom of the slide, you see the kind of clients that we collaborate with. So yeah, I think they're all well known, definitely within the Belgian context. And at the right hand slide, you see that the teal within Teal Partners, it's based upon the teal color code that Frédéric Laloux uses in his book, Reorganizing Organizations. And it was important enough for us to keep it in the name of the organization. And this obliges us to use it and to stay with the concept for as long as the company exists.
Yeah,
Basically.
and maybe for the people watching this video, the teal color code is characterized by 3 characteristics. A teal organization. The first one is a clear purpose, which you've just explained. The second one is the way you collaborate is in a self-organizing way. And the third one is wholeness, right? That you create a context in which people can come with their full personality and not just with a part of it.
Exact. Okay. Keeping the male ego out and allowing the female energy in the company. That's basically what we try to do.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue.
Just to give you a bit of an idea about what we do with this population. So I already mentioned that we help organizations with their digital transformation. One of the biggest projects that we have within Teal is supporting SDWorks in achieving their European ambition. So they have a European growth ambition. They want to be present in every country in Europe. They have a quite ambitious growth plan. And we collaborate with them. They participate within Teal since 2021, so they are the majority shareholder. And in this partnership, we help them at 2 important levers. One of it is we help them with the development of an international core HR solution for the SME market. This contains both payroll input, so capturing payroll input to run a compliant payroll, and at the other hand, extended with core HR functionality on for SMEs, so companies from 1 up to 250 employees. Basically, we have it up and running in Germany, and we are now looking for Finland and the UK. So 3 companies for now internationally. On the second hand, and this is my favorite project within Teal. This is something that I really want to achieve with the company or with the organization. This is development of the new international payroll engine for SDWorks. Again, a project that has international ambitions. We are working in Germany for now. We are planning our first pilots at the end of this year, scaling as of next year. And the idea, that the payroll engine, so the payroll calculation is one part of it, but also the declaration part, the payments, capturing the payroll input, post-payroll reporting and stuff like that. So really ambitious. And we have a team of 25 people working on this.
So Koen, regarding the payroll engine, so is my understanding correct that all the payroll in Belgium is currently still done in old mainframe technology, and that the goal of this project is for once and for all let it evolve into modern technology, which is more maintainable and so on.
Exactly. Yeah, you talk about the Belgian context, but it's basically generally the same thing in all the other European countries as well. So they have mainframe solutions. I think technology is about 50, 60 years old. It's a very specific way of working with batch processes and old infrastructure. It's hard to maintain. And this is based upon new technology. And from a strategic point of view, they have the same vision or idea like the big banking companies have. They focus on the front end at first hand. So that's why we focus on the international SME core HR thing. So optimizing the front end. And then they try to optimize the back end with the payroll engine and the new declaration and payments project.
Okay. And so this is quite a big project because only from your side, you're working with 25 people for approximately 5 years already, or plan to work for 5 years on it, just from your side.
Exact. Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of tracks were started to develop a new payroll engine. We piloted it in Belgium, I think 3 years ago, so it worked in a Belgian context. But from the growth perspective for SDWorks, it was more interesting to do it in Germany because it's a larger market. And now we're aiming to pilot at the end of the year with the first German client, and then it's the idea to scale within the private sector as of 2024.
Okay. What other examples of what you do you have?
Second project is something that we do at Active Interim. So we collaborate with the internal digital team. We have a team of 4, 5, 6 employees working on it. It was the past 3 years, I think. We started 3 years ago. And we try to help them. It's a staffing and recruitment business. So they were organized mainly in a full BPO modus. So a client business processing, so full business processing offering a client that wants to staff a candidate mainly relies on an internal consultant within Active Interim, and he or she is responsible for the entire chain. So he and she manages the administrative chain and all the operational processes that are necessary. We helped them the past couple of years with optimizing the internal structure, so their operation model, and support them in a full digitalization of that processes, resulting in a lot of operational efficiency and time gains. This means that the consultants can focus on growth, so they can focus on, okay, how can I help my clients? How can I find the right candidates and focus really on what they should do and not on the administrative burdens and hassle that comes with it. With the idea, so it's just the internal efficiency is one thing, and once you achieve it, it has a very positive impact on your bottom line, so on your rentability, profitability of your company. But on the long term, it's the idea, or we believe, that this model of full BPO supported by people, that it's going to change. It's going to change to a more digital, even full digital offering. There are already companies or parties experimenting with a full digital offering, where clients can do this more autonomously. The idea is once we digitalize the back end, so the operating model, you can connect the front end, so you can offer clients to do this more autonomously via platforms, portals, digital communication, digital collaboration, so that they can do it by themselves, which should have an enormous impact on the ability to scale within your company. You don't need a lot of interim consultants, but you can do it with mainly technology on the back end. And then this enables a whole different pricing model and business model. So that's the larger ambition that we have with this project.
Cool. And the last one?
Yeah, and this is for now. Yeah, we have more projects running, but these are the 3 main things that we wanted to share. The last one, the third one, is about Ubo. It's our internal tooling. It's a product. As you all know, it's hard to scale a company that only relies on projects and consultancy, because you need a lot of people to manage this or to realize this. What we are trying to do is to combine the project consultancy business with a product support, with products at the back. We developed 2 tools. First one is the support for the bonus and the merit cycle within larger companies, which mainly supports the idea, okay, I have a yearly merit cycle, I need the HR master data, I need the results of my performance cycle and my performance system. Let's run the cycle. So let's involve our management, our leadership in evaluating our employees, scoring them, resulting in a new wage or a new compensation and benefit package. And let's use those new wages for the upcoming payroll periods. The idea is to support the process. That's first thing. A lot of companies do it in Excel, so they have a large Excel, and then they They try to decentralize the Excel, so make 100 of copies for each leader, so that he or she can manage the process in an Excel file. And then at the end, they need to consolidate it with a lot of shit and hassle involved. So we digitalized the process. We already ran it within SDWorks for 6,000 employees, multiple countries. So it works. And supporting the process is one thing, but we believe that by doing it in a digital way, that we can support HR and the leadership with more valuable insights, so that they know, is the process fair? Did we run a fair process? How about the bias of certain leaders? How about the end results? Is it fair what we come up with? The idea that you can support your HR policy within tooling. So maybe people that perform very well and that earn less compared with colleagues, that they make larger steps in remuneration. That's basically what you can do within the tooling. That's one thing that we do. We believe that it's necessary that organizations invest in it, because there is European legislation upcoming about more transparency about remuneration for your workforce. And then the second thing that we do is it's the UBO shares. It's supporting organizations with organizing employee stock ownership plans. So basically involving employees as a shareholder within your company. It's also something that we believe in, just from Teal Partners. That's what we do. Also, we ran it within SDWorks, 6,000 employees. I think that approximately 35% of the employees took the chance and invested in the company, so they own a share. So again, product that really reasons with what we do, our culture, our way of working.
Okay, so as you mentioned, these are just 3 projects to share and to present, to introduce Teal Partners. But next to this, you also have a flexible income plan product. What else, if you would list them?
We've built different tools together with SDWorks about wage cost forecasting and budgeting. So getting an idea about what do certain changes in my HR policy or in my population, what does it mean from a budgetary point of view? That's something that we did. We support the social elections in a Belgian context. It's quite an extensive administrative process, so we've built tooling to support it. We have
at Xerius, what did you build there?
Yeah, at Xerius, we've built a simulation tooling to support people who now work like or as an employee that are thinking about, okay, maybe I should found my own company. What does it mean financially? So if I earn this amount A as an employee, what should I do? What's the revenue that I should realize, and how can I remunerate myself within the company, and how does it compare with my employee statute?
So in summary, Koen, if we look at the market of software development companies, I think Teal Partners positions itself very high end, complex projects tied to the core business model, operating model, with the opportunity or the chance that it would completely disrupt the way things are going. Would that be a good summary?
Yeah, that's a very nice summary. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe to conclude, you also prepared something on the organizational principles, which I think is a good framework to start off from on when we come to you on the 30th. So
yeah, and I think I have 2 or 3 slides, just a high-level overview about what we do. So when we designed the organization, we are technology guys, so we love to think in design principles. So that's basically what we try to do for the organization as well. 4 main drivers. One of it is we believe that the transparency that we we use within the company, that it's some sort of a lever, an enabler for trust, for ownership, and for entrepreneurship. So we as you mentioned, we tried to use the Teal principles of Lalu. We are aiming for self-managed teams, and the fact that we try to stimulate them in taking decisions. You can only take a correct decision if you have the correct information at hand. So that's why we think that we should communicate transparent about everything or almost everything. Just the need to know things on a project basis are shielded. All the other things are transparent for the employees. Not as a means to an end, but basically as a lever to achieve trust and ownership. So that's one of the main drivers. We did it at the very beginning of the organization, so it was one of the principles that we launched or that we're using since we started with Teal. And then the gimmick, what everybody asks about is we even do it with our remuneration policy. So everybody within Teal knows what the other people earn. And it's just the one thing that everybody remembers, but we do it with everything. So with financial results, with contracts, with daily rates, with costs, with so they know everything what they need to know to run the organization. So that's
As well
one.
as towards your customers, right?
And exactly. We do it exactly the same way internally and externally. So clients always have a full overview about, okay, what's the budget spent? Where are we? Are we going to achieve the main goals? What should we do? So for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Next important driver is from the very beginning we believe that people that work within Teal Partners should consider it their working home, but also their company. Something that we are very proud of when we talk with the employees, so they really feel it that way. We experimented with, or we thought about, okay, let's take it to the near end, and let's try to involve them as a shareholder. Let's talk about shares and company ownership. But we noticed that in a fast scaling, growing organization, that it's hard for employees that are younger, that don't have a lot of money on their bank account, that it's hard to buy a share. Giving shares is something that I don't believe in. You should work for something and you should earn it. So buying a share was basically the idea. But if we would do it, or if we would have done it in the past, only the lucky ones with a lot of money saved should be or would be able to buy a share. So we didn't do it that way. We made an agreement with the employees that they three main reasons why you should or why people buy shares. One of it is to have to contribute to the strategy, to add ideas, to contribute to the vision. That's basically what we do within our culture, and the fact that we involve people in every way within the company. Second is you would love to have you would love to benefit from the earnings or from the results that a company makes. We include it in our remuneration policy, so 15% of the profit is shared with the employees. And third thing is when the company grows, the value of the company increases, and when we sell shares, and we already did it in the near past, we also share 15% of the share value with the employees as such. So a lot of people that were involved got more than tens of thousands of euros at that moment in time. So that's how we try to tackle this one. And then last one, and this is or last one, this one is the most important one. I think we have not a lot of policies and rules. Basically, there's only one rule. We expect from our people that we can collaborate in a mature way. So just like adults collaborating in a mature way, that's the basic rule within Teal. And we do it in a caring culture. So with a lot of attention for the personal things where people come up with. And then the fourth one, and I think that every company tries to do this, we try to align the personal goals of employees with the goals of the organization. And it's basically what's the ambition that a certain employee has, and we try to fit it or match it with the projects that we have running.
Okay, clear.
So that's this thing.
All right, maybe
And then
to conclude.
last but not least, and this is how we are structured or organized. So we don't have the tree structure with a lot of branches and leaves. We are organized like a human cell. Basically, it's something that we've learned from Niels Vleging, where you see that the project teams are on the outside of the cell. They are in touch with the outside world, with the market, with clients. So they collaborate on a daily basis with external people. This is the most important part for Teal. And then from an internal point of view, we try to organize ourselves in internal teams where everybody can join a team. They don't need, or they're not obliged to join. So people can choose to join these teams, and they focus on the internal operations of Teal. From a population point of view, I think we're 52, 55. I think 45 of them are developers. So there's the main bunch of people are technical people, and they collaborate in these teams. So we have a team focused on recruitment. They're scanning CVs, interviewing candidates. They're making proposals from a remuneration point of view, and it's all run by our development crew. So, and they're doing it during working hours, not during weekends or in the evenings. So it's basically part of their job. They can choose to contribute in these teams, and it works quite well. So that's basically how we are structured.
Okay, and then the cliffhanger slide.
Yeah, and then I think we can talk about transparency at the end of June. But I think it's important to know that it's not a goal or not a means to an end. It's just a lever that we try to use to generate success within our projects together with clients. And on the other hand, we try to have happy employees within Teal. And I think that the transparency is one of the most important drivers within this story.
Yeah, and we will zoom into details. Obviously, those who are watching, if you have any other questions regarding the slides that were just presented, we have plenty of space on the 30th to go in more detail of that as well. But so the main topics will be: how does this transparency work internally? What does it mean in terms of remuneration? How does the transparency work in your projects? You guys are super agile. However, you also have, driven by this transparency and mature way of working principle, you have your own thoughts, interesting opinions about what agility means. So that's something that we will discuss, and then the participants will bring along plenty of interesting questions that we will dive into as well. Okay, Koen,
Looking forward.
thank you so much.
Really looking forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And thank you already for hosting us. And we're just the office itself, because it's a new building, right? Your new offices in itself is a cool experience to visit. So
Okay.
thank you so much, and see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye bye.